Hey guys. All right. So, good news. I got a job at Marco's Pizza. I have two sweatshirt jackets on. I actually did that on purpose. Faith first. Marco's Pizza. And it's an old jacket and it's like I had it when I worked there before. And I really need to lose my weight because it's a size medium and I've been squeezed into that all afternoon. I mean, it is kind of funny that I can wear it, technically wear it. I wanted to wear this. Show you guys the sweatshirt I just finished. Just finished painting this. Jesus is the reason. And I did like the Star of Bethlehem up there. Elaine said I should outline the word reason in, well, she said pink, but it's the red. I might just do that. I don't know. Eh. Aww. But I decided, been a minute since I've done a homesteading video, so figured it was about time for that. It's a little overdue, so I will do that. The sweatshirt I did with the paint pens, my new paint pens I got. So I have a job. Yay! I start Sunday, which, by the way, Chloe and I are going to start our uh Christmas music celebration Sunday. I need to start practicing. I have not been doing that because I haven't pulled anything up. I've started like once or twice. See. Okay, here we go. So this one is a little bit different. 13 benefits of raising quail on the homestead. Yeah, see, I really changed it up today. So here we go. And if this one uploads pretty quick, I'll do another one and make it a Christmas one. 13 benefits of raising quail that may surprise you. Before you dive into quail, make sure you know the benefits. Oh, wait. This is from Homesteading Where You Are. Okay. By Bethany Hayes, October 23rd, 2022. All right. Before you dive into quail, make sure you know the benefits of raising quail and what you can expect from these birds. And they are actually very docile birds. You may have noticed more and more people talking about adding quail to their homestead. There are several benefits of raising quail you should consider, making them an appealing option. Gotta turn my speaker on. Quail are small birds, considered game birds, not poultry, but they lay eggs and their meat is delicious. I've never personally had it, so. Many hunters raised quail for years for hunting and game purposes, but you can raise these for other purposes as well. If you're wondering why more people than ever are adding these birds to their homesteads, check out these surprising benefits of raising quail. I know that's one of the things that Andrew wants to make sure that we have on our homestead, and I've got to talk to him. I've got to talk to him because I need to make sure he's gonna come up here. Plus, Toby is planning on helping. He's actually planning on moving out here. But Aaron can't complain because we need all the help we can get, and he's willing to help with everything. So Aaron can't complain. Are the benefits of raising quail worth it? More homesteaders than ever are switching to raising quail. There are plenty of benefits to raising quail, making them an appealing option. The biggest benefit to our family who has a small plot of land is how little space the birds require. And that is true. Quail will be one of the things that we add to our homestead, and we're going to use them for the business end of Faith First, along with meat birds. So our quail cages take up minimal space behind our shed, space that we were not previously using. We added another animal and sort of food to our suburban, I got a crack in my thumb, homestead without sacrificing any of our space. That's huge. Another benefit that I appreciate is how fast these birds grow. I've raised chickens for years, and it's a game of patience. You wait weeks for them to grow and be ready to go outside. Then they take sometimes up to 24 weeks to lay eggs. That's a long wait and a lot of upfront investment before you receive any eggs from them. That is true, but chickens are fun. I love raising chicks. Because I don't know, it's just really amazing knowing that you're putting that into them and that they're going to be benefiting you and your family. So, quail, on the other hand, go outside much sooner. They lay eggs regularly and sooner. Ours started around 8 weeks and laid steadily all spring and summer, only decreasing in the fall as light hours decreased. Overall, if you were to ask me, are quail worth it? My thought is immediately yes. They are an excellent option for homesteaders. Are quail easier to raise than chickens? Yes, in my opinion and experience, quail are easier to raise than chickens. Since they have a smaller cage, keeping their area clean and dry is considerably easier. We swap bedding every few days and it's sufficient for them. They don't want a free range, but they like places to hide. We add branches to their cages and heaps of bedding because they love to dig. A small dust bath in a container is always a favorite, but these all take minimal work from you. Chickens need more food, more water, and require more work to clean their housing, not to mention chasing them when they escape is a big deal. Kinda. I didn't have too much of a problem getting hold of ours. I always had to laugh because Tim would grab the net. I'm like, Tim, go away. You don't need the net to get the chickens. And I was always able to get them without the net. Make sure they have what they need, and they are skittish, so they don't want to be handled all day long, much to my kids' disappointment. 13 benefits of raising quail. Number 1, your initial investment costs are lower. The biggest investment cost you have when you raise chickens is the coop. And they have written this co-op. Chicken coops cost a good deal of money, and if you want a large flock, then don't be surprised if a decent chicken coop costs well over $1,000. Well, you can make a big one for less than that, so you just have to play your cards right. Especially with the cost of materials right now. Many of the items you need to start raising chickens in a brooder are similar to those of quail. The biggest savings comes with their homes. I purchased Amish-built quail hutches for $150 each, but many quail owners use rabbit hutches that cost around $200. Plus, you only have to put them together rather than building from scratch. Time is money as well. Number 2, they take up little space. I knew quail were small, but I had no idea how little they were until I had my own. One of the real benefits of raising quail is they're considerably smaller than other poultry like poultry, ducks, geese, or turkey. The general rule of thumb is that the space quails need are 3 times less the space chickens need. So if you feel as if you don't have space for chickens, you may still have space for quail. If you are all about free-ranging animals, quail won't be for you. Quail prefer to live in small cages. These birds like access to an enclosed chicken run, giving them plenty of fresh air and sunshine. They also prefer to forage and blend in with their surroundings. In nature, quail like to hide from their predators, and their instincts tell them to do so. 3, they grow faster. One of the top benefits of raising quail is that they mature faster than other birds you may keep in your backyard. By the time your chickens are 3 to 4 weeks old, it's possible to tell the difference between male and females. They generally lay eggs around 6 to 10 weeks old, so overall you don't have to wait as long for your quail to mature. If you want to raise quail for meat, it only takes around 7 to 9 weeks for them to reach their full potential. 4, quicker hatching time. One of the most affordable ways to stay flock of any type of bird is by hatching eggs yourself. Chicken eggs take around 21 days to hatch, but quail eggs take 17 to 18 days to hatch. Not to mention incubating these eggs are considerably easy. The bonus of the quick incubation and growth rate is that you can raise these birds from egg to maturity within 3 months. That is a great turnover rate if you want a sustainable meat source for your homestead. 5. Quail lay eggs earlier than chickens. As I mentioned, quail typically lay eggs around 6 to 8 weeks old, but this varies. Sometimes it is later than this. Another one of the benefits of raising quail is that they lay many eggs at once. Typical clutches of eggs are between 10 to 15 eggs. Most domesticated quail breeds produce an egg per day if they aren't molting, so they're a prolific egg layer. However, quail typically don't lay eggs in the colder months, so keep that in mind. Their eggs are much smaller than chicken eggs. 1 chicken egg is equal to 2 or 3 quail eggs. However, their yolks are heartier and full of delicious nutrients like iron, selenium, and B vitamins. Their eggs contain higher levels of cholesterol, but this cholesterol is mostly high-density lipoprotein, which is the good kind. HDL cholesterol helps break down the LDL cholesterol. The recommendation is generally to eat no more than 10 quail eggs per day. Their eggs are yummy. Quail lay eggs daily, like chickens, and while their eggs are small, they are rich in nutrients. Many chefs and bakers prefer quail eggs if they find a source for them due to their richness and flavor. That's not to say that chicken eggs aren't delicious. They are. Oh yeah, they definitely are. It's simply incredible how much richness and flavor is in one tiny quail egg. Plus, when compared to chicken eggs, quail eggs have 6 times more B1 and B2 vitamins. That's incredible. They contain higher levels of vitamin A, so often all along with being a source of iron and potassium. Number 7, quail are quieter than chickens. One of the reasons why many areas ban chickens is because they are loud, especially roosters. Roosters crow early in the morning, and while some people enjoy the sound of a crowing rooster, most consider it a disturbance. Even hens tend to be a bit loud at times. Their egg songs are loud yet fun to listen to at times. On the other hand, quail are quiet and you don't have crowing in the early morning. That's not to say that quail are quiet. They aren't. They make chirps and coos, but more than likely your neighbors will think it's a different bird making sounds. Something else to consider is that quail cannot free range, so you don't have to worry about quail eating your neighbor's vegetables. That's happened with my chickens before, and it's never fun. Well, that didn't happen with ours. Instead, quail have to be kept in cages all the time. They fly well and they won't hang out in your backyard because you leave snacks for them. Number 8, an easy, sustainable meat source. Finding a sustainable meat source that backyard homesteaders can raise is difficult, but quail are one of those sources. Did you know quail meat is considered a delicacy? I had no idea until I started raising quail. The meat has delicious flavor, juicier than you may expect. Some high-end restaurants pay top dollar to serve quail to their customers. One benefit of raising quail for a meat source is that these birds are smaller and easier to process than their large turkey and chicken counterparts. You don't have to pluck them either, which is always a big deal when you have to butcher a big number of birds. Number 9, you can earn money with quail. Many homesteaders look for ways to make money from their homestead, and quail are profitable. Quail eggs fetch a decent price since many chefs and home cooks will pay top dollar to bake with these eggs. You can also sell the meat, but be sure to check the laws in your state. You may have to sell the birds live to abide by safety laws. Another option is to sell quail chicks. They fetch a higher price than chickens, generally around $5 to $7 per quail chick. You can sell fertilized quail eggs for others to hatch quail eggs as well. Number 10, few cities ban quail. In most cases, quail aren't considered a type of livestock, which works in your favor if you are an urban or suburban homesteader. Most cities ban chickens because they are livestock, but quail is a type of game bird. Few cities have bans on quail, giving you an opportunity to raise eggs and a meat source in your backyard. In some areas, chickens require a license to keep only 4 hens. Other cities won't let you have chickens at all, or they prohibit roosters. Some ban breeding chickens or other limit the profits you are able to make with their flock. However, be sure to check your local ordinances to check to see if quail are listed. Chances are they aren't. Sorry. 11. Feed costs are lower. These birds are smaller, so they require lower amounts of feed when compared to chickens, ducks, and turkeys. Less feed means lower feed costs. Remember, quail are omnivores like chickens, so they need ample protein. They like to eat all sorts of goodies, especially insects. Feed them mealworms, beetles, caterpillars, and other insects you find. They also like grains and some fruits, such as berries, apples, and grapes. Number 12, their upkeep is minimal. As I mentioned before, their daily care is minimal, and while the tasks are similar to chickens, the time it requires is less. You have to feed and water your quail daily. Small flip-top bird feeders are great for quail, and they need water. I used to paint containers that hooked onto the side of the wire, but you can use whatever you want. Bedding doesn't need to be caged daily. I think that's a typo. We often change once per week, putting the bedding into our compost pile. Hay works great for quail. We also add some branches and piles of pine bedding to their crate as needed. That's about it. When I open the door, I grab eggs, but the entire process takes only a few moments. 13. Quail tend to be hardier. Another benefit of raising quail is that these birds tend to be hardier than chickens. As long as they have a clean and dry environment with food and water, they rarely get sick. In general, quail are healthy birds. Chickens succumb to a range of illnesses and diseases, but you won't see widespread quail diseases. Another benefit of raising quail is that they are cold-hardy game birds. While they need a draft-free, dry shelter in the winter, they generally handle the cold temperatures well. Quail handle temperatures down to 20 degrees below, 20 below. And on the other hand, they handle heat as well, so as long as they have water and shade. The downside of raising quail. Nothing can be fully positive, so you know there are several downsides to consider as you embark on raising quail. They can be aggressive with each other. You have to have the proper ratio of males and females. Ideally, you want to have 1 male for every 4 to 5 females. At least. Any more males than that will cause serious aggression problems. Come here, baby. Come here. One of our babies. We unfortunately found this up firsthand because we missed-sexed a few. Learning how to sex Coturnix quail is easy, but not always easy as a newbie. We ended up with too many males and they scalped 2 birds. Yeah, you read that right. It was horrific and my husband culled them. After joining several quail groups online, I learned that this behavior is often normal in these situations. Ideally, you want to cull the aggressive ones, fostering the calm behavior you want to see. Our ratio is now 1 male for every 4 to 5 females, and we do keep them separate. And we have no problems. They live peacefully together, but be careful with housing multiple males together. I would only do so if you have proper space. Ideally 1 square foot per bird and enough hens per bird. Quail are messy with their food. These little guys love to throw their food. They must find it fun, and our chickens appreciate their mess. Come here. Come here. There's another one. This is Cream. The other one was Dusty. Hi. They must find it fun, and our okay. Since they like to forage under their cages. This is one reason I don't overfill their containers. I would rather feed them daily and know they aren't tossing all of it rather than them feeding and wasting because they want something fun to do. What? Quail have shorter lifespans. Another one of the downsides of raising quail is that they have a shorter lifespan. Most well cared for quail live 2 to 3 years. Go on. No, you cannot walk on my keyboard. you doing? I have kittens. I has kittens. Excuse me, sorry guys. Boing. Most well cared. Okay, so while they start to lay early, expect to add more quail to your flock each year. They can't free range. They're so cute. If you love to let your birds free range, you'll be disappointed to learn that this isn't possible with quail. Aww. He's playful. Kinda, sort of. Biting my fingers. These birds are used to flying off. It's part of their nature. They won't return home typically, and catching them is hard. Finger. They'll fly over any open fence you provide. So if you want them to have run space, make sure it's covered on all sides. Quail won't love your leftovers. Last, don't try to give your quail friends your leftover mashed potatoes. They aren't a fan of leftovers. We bring our chickens all the leftovers. But quail don't find this as exciting as your other poultry friends. It's a bummer. For our family, the benefits of raising quail far outweigh the negatives. They make perfect sense for a small backyard homestead trying to raise as much food as possible on a small amount of land. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to get quail. But the other reason is because of the business. So we'll be selling the eggs and the quail chicks. And probably quail as well. You know, adult quail. Probably. Hi. You can get down there. Cutie. Alright, so that was 13 benefits of raising quail on the homestead. And I will go ahead and get off from here, and I will get this uploaded and see if I can get another one up. I can't remember what I was going to put on there. Oh, Christmas. Duh. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off from here and get this uploaded, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, you guys, keep checking your subscriptions. Make sure you always check to make sure you're still subscribed. And, no. They can get off the bed. Anyway, make sure you always check your subscriptions and share. Make sure you like and share the videos. Like and share the videos on all your platforms with friends, family, whoever. Anybody that wants to get into homesteading, please share our videos. And I will go ahead and get off from here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.